Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today an important topic is going to be presented by our three guests. We are students from the BA in English Language Teaching, Doraly Martínez, Fernanda López, and Iram Gaxiola. We're going to be talking about the role of English in Mexico, how the whole course has an influence on their career, and how it's like being through all this semester. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you like it.
My name is Doraly Martínez and I'm a student from the BA in ELT, and today I will be talking about the role and the status of English in Mexico. Despite Mexico's closeness to the United States, there is a challenge with limited English proficiency. Only 5% of the population, according to the YMCO, speaks or understands English, even though English is the language used for business. On the other hand, the interest in implementing and learning English is growing. Approximately 21% of the population is currently studying English. In 2009, the Secretariat of Public Education launched a national program which aims to increase the English proficiency in both private and public education. Now, nearly half of the Mexican universities feature English taught programs. However, there are still some obstacles that Mexicans must overcome in order to learn English. I think the biggest obstacle that we have as Mexican citizens is that English courses are quite expensive, so not everyone can afford an English course, and also many people don't want to start to learn English because they think that they're not gonna need it on their daily basis. One problem that we have in elementary public school is that even though we have this program where you can learn English in your public school, is that the teachers are not very competent or fluent enough. So even though you have English in your elementary school, that doesn't mean that it's actually a good program. So kids are not really learning that much. As a conclusion, I will say that we are improving as a country because, the good thing is that now they are implementing more programs and education is getting really interested in students to learn English. We still have a long way to say that we are a country that speaks English.
There are many things that we have learned during all this semester that have helped us and will continue helping us in our process as English language teachers in the future. From lesson planning to knowing how to dress up and behave appropriately for a job interview, I think that all the aspects that were covered by our teachers were really meaningful, and we're really glad to see that change from the most theoretical part to the practical one. Since we jump into teaching practice, which is really cool, because most of us or some of us are not prepared yet to go outside and try in a real classroom. So it's nice to see that we can make those mistakes and in our classes to know what errors not to make outside the classroom. So I like that kind of preparation, and the feedback that we received was really nice too. So more specifically, talking about our course, Educational Sociology, I think the part that I liked the most was all the projects that we did in order to develop our attitudinal part more than just the cognitive one. It's helpful for us to know how society works outside and inside the classroom, how individuals work in isolation, in groups, and as a whole. So I think that educational sociology helped us in that part, understanding how society works, how people work together. So when we are in the classroom, we can understand what's going on and what kind of strategies we can select and we can choose to make or to create a better environment for learning. So I think that it was a really nice course. It was quite different, and we really appreciate that. We are really satisfied, and we hope that we can apply somehow what we have learned during all these courses. And thank you.
This semester, compared to others, I think that it was pretty cool. It was a lot of
meaningful content that we could really apply and really use to our career. Well, this semester was not that heavy because, well, I can say that it was not that heavy because as I got previous experience studying, it was a lot of things to remember, a lot of new things to learn, and that's pretty cool. That's so good from my point of view and from my team's point of view. I've been discussing with my team and we think that it was like a perfect combination of theory and practice, which we really appreciate because it is not always seen that link, that relation between the theory and the practice. And sometimes it's when the students ask themselves, well, why am I studying this? Why is this theory for? We had a sociology of education, we had a literature, also how to teach grammar, lesson planning, English. All of them were pretty important. We used to do like our projects, our work, in classroom, and we used to present, for example, how it was going to work. And we did several teaching practices and micro-teaching, huge experience for me. Also, what I was about to say is that this was one of the most heavy or tough semesters that we have had because all of them were like pretty light, and this one was like a lot of content, a lot of practice, many projects, works and stuff. We are used to much less. Obviously, we could have done way much better, because we do more things than just going to school. For example, some people work, some others, I don't know, study other things, some others have just another activity, and it's like this is our daily basis life and school is this part, because there are many other things that are quite important for us. Of course, not the same important. It doesn't mean that there's a hierarchy, not necessarily, but important as well. And that's why sometimes it was kinda difficult to handle, to focus in all those single parts of your daily basis life for an optimum balance. That's basically what I got to share.
Well, thanks for watching. I will be waiting for your comments and for your questions down below. Subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up.